This is the case of a mid-career emergency physician in his late 40s. He came to me after he had just graduated from an executive MBA program. His undergraduate degree was a BS in electrical engineering from the Air Force Academy. He served in the Air Force until 1994 when he enrolled in the University of Southern California School of Medicine, receiving his MD in 1998. Following his residency in emergency medicine at UCLA Medical Center, he began taking leadership roles in pediatric emergency departments, building and improving where he could. He also lent leadership support to numerous volunteer community programs with great success. In 2013, he took charge of emergency services for a 1,250-bed, 7-hospital system. He reduced major adverse events by 30% in 2014 and by 50% in 2015. At that point, he decided to obtain an executive MBA. He was 6 weeks from graduation when we first spoke. Like many emergency physicians I've spoken to since, he was discouraged by the gaps in the American healthcare system. When he had started practicing medicine some 20 years ago, 50% of the patients in emergency departments were there because of lifestyle choices. By the time we were talking, the percentage was up to 80%. He was frustrated. He had been fighting the good fight for more than 20 years, and as far as he could see, the situation was much worse than when he started. He wanted to change the system on a more profound basis. He spoke of value-based medicine and patient outcomes. He admitted outright that he was lost when it came to promoting himself to the business side of healthcare. Sometimes this is called the business world, but I'm not comfortable calling it that because physicians are business people as well. Frankly, I'm not sure what to call it, but I think you all know what I mean. The physician business niche has different, unique rules. The questions that come up over and over when I speak with physicians are what we are going to talk about in the next 10 minutes. I am going to give you answers to these questions with specific, actionable tips. The first thing we discussed was his mission. Most of my clients ask, what is a mission? I keep hearing, follow your mission, and I thought I was doing that by being a doctor. So here's a scenario. Candidate A and candidate B. The question is, which candidate is following a mission? Which person tells a story that grabs you? Candidate A. Why did you want to become a doctor? Having a career outside the medical field was never really an option for me. I felt family pressure of having grandparents, uncles, siblings, and parents who were doctors. That felt like the best path for me to follow. Candidate B. Why did you want to become a doctor? As a child, I remember sitting on my grandfather's lap after his heart operation, putting my ear to his chest and listening to his new mechanical heart. I was mesmerized by the click, click, click sound. I was hooked. I was going to be a doctor. Both of these candidates are successful, but one has described their passion for healing and the other has described himself. For our case study, I walked him through the process of defining a broad mission around healthcare delivery models and value-based medicine. This was a mission about making people healthier in population health terms. Once you have identified your mission, which can be tough, you need a message. The mission by itself is not enough. You want to draw people into who you are and what your mission is. Doctors frequently ask me, what's the difference between mission and messaging? Your mission is your personal drive, the change you want to see in the world because it excites you personally. When you combine your mission with your personal story of how you came to your mission, that's your message. The message draws people in. Refining your mission is personal. Crafting your message is for everyone else. What are the 3 most important questions for crafting your messaging about your mission so it excites others? How did you get here? Why do you love it? What is your elevator pitch in 30 seconds? What do you want the world to know about you? What is your messaging at a medical conference, online, in board meetings, at cocktail parties, to your kids' teenage friends? For our case study physician, here were the answers to the 3 questions. The first question, how did you get here? He has been a leader in emergency healthcare and has opened successful health centers in low-income, underserved communities. Second question, why do you love it? Better patient outcomes in a measurable, sustainable manner means healthier patients and populations, lower overall population health cost, more financially sound systems, more satisfied clinicians. Third question, what is your elevator pitch in 30 seconds to others? I am a healthcare executive with expertise leading change in challenging and complex healthcare environments. My efforts have led to significant enhancement in quality of care and health outcomes for large population groups. I create vision and motivate teams to launch startups and structure sustainable healthcare delivery models. In addition, I have been instrumental in expanding lines of business. I am looking for an opportunity to build healthcare value in dynamic and mission-oriented organizations. Now that you've crafted the message, it doesn't mean you're done. That was the heavy lifting. Here's the implementation. Your homework is to take your message and complete these 4 assignments. Who you are in 6 words. Who you are in 3 sentences. Who you are in 9 to 12 sentences. Who you are in 1 page. As an extra credit, write out your 5-minute walk me through your career message. This is for use when you're talking to a CEO. Because the CEO sort of read your resume 3 weeks ago and has not looked at it before your interview. These assignments are what guide you in creating the foundation for spreading the word. Your foundation is verbal and written communications with your core messaging and/or vision. This includes 30-second elevator pitch, walk me through your career narrative, a Twitter handle, your executive CV or resume, your LinkedIn profile. This can also include an executive biography, a board resume, a board biography, and healthcare business-targeted articles. The case study physician and I worked together to develop the strategy around spreading the word. The 3 areas we focused on were pursuing consulting roles to prove value-based models, increasing public speaking, and publishing thought leader content. For this physician, these 3 areas supported his strategy to establish himself as a thought leader in value-based medicine. The next steps. The next steps for you. Get into action. Become comfortable with talking to everyone about your mission. Test out your messaging on different groups. Figure out when to use which messaging. Create a list of all your contacts. Develop scripts and pitches for speaking with your network. Reach out to and warm up your network. Write and publish articles on LinkedIn and other social media sites. Your strategy and messaging are brilliant, but the world changes. For example, with our case study, it took us 15 months until he had honed his focus and messaging to identify the position he ultimately obtained. We refined his original mission. The new refined mission said, operationalize population health management strategies which allow healthcare systems to enter into risk-bearing contracts with commercial payers as well as CMS, MSSP, ACO status. This included physician engagement, care navigation, effective team building, cultivation of iterative workspace responding to technology changes and using data effectively to improve patient care and create appropriate patterns of utilization and efficient workflows. This physician is currently the CMO of a company focused on the patient experience for surgical bundles of care. The company is successfully offering MSK surgeries at 20% of market discount to providers and third-party payers. Their patient outcomes and physician satisfaction are the highest in their markets. They are expanding in terms of geography and also in terms of the surgical bundles they offer. We are currently mapping out strategy, creating messaging, and developing documents for him to respond to, consider, generate other CMO and board of director requests. How do you want to accelerate your physician career? Does your mission deserve to live? An MBA will not make you successful, but I think it is necessary and it prepares you to understand business concepts. But as a physician, your work is more impactful, more important to the world. I think the world would be a better place if there were more physician leaders, and I am thankful for the opportunity to work with physician leaders. I love what I do.